One of you all connected in. Can everyone hear me and see me? We're now live talking about the TP-LINKs, which are these little boxes, and getting quite a lot of common questions about these boxes. So I just wanted to do a live broadcast on some of the FAQs that have been asked for so far. I've actually invited somebody to come in to me, but I can't seem to if he's actually joined in. So if you're here watching me, can you message in on? Let me just say invite. Can't seem to see how I invite people. So let me just check, make sure the one I was actually doing this for is actually listening as well. So let me just make sure he is with us too. So I'm just playing that settings, make sure I've got all the settings correct as well. Because this first time I actually done one of these Google Hangouts live on YouTube, because I normally use a direct camera feed and stuff. But so this is the first time. So I see some viewers logged in, logged out. But the one I want to talk to is the main one who's got a question for me. I don't think it's actually come in yet. Well, while I'm waiting for him to join in, if I can, what am I doing it? Share the link, send an invitation. So you can send an invitation, invite. Okay, this is complicated. Okay, so I've got some viewers coming on now. So do we have, is it Joe? Who basically had a question about having a couple floors in the house and obviously on different ring mains. So if you are, would you just let me know you're in here by talking on the chat screen? Should be able to do group chats. So just connecting there. But while we're waiting for people to log in and stuff, these TP-LINKs are very common in the UK, basically, and they're quite nice, easy to use. They're cheap as well, and they're a way to connect your internet to a room in the house using Wi-Fi or using cables. So rather than run cables all around the house, you can have these boxes plugged in. So when you buy these as a pack, you get the master socket, which is this one here, and then you've got additionally secondary socket here. This is one where you'll place in any room around the house, and this is one that goes next to your router because it needs to plug straight into your router. In the old days, the master socket used to have its own settings on it. It would create what you call a DHCP network. So you had to do some sort of messing about with your router to get these to work properly. But with the new ones now, it's just plug and play, and absolutely brilliant, plug and play. So you plug this one into the power socket. They don't like working off extensions. If you got these on the same extension, they work fine, but they work best in the actual socket on the wall itself. So I would make sure this is plugged into the wall socket. Then take an Ethernet cable, which is an RJ45 cable from the bottom, straight into the back of your router. Now, let me just get my router, because some people get confusing. On most routers, if you've got a common BT hub like I have here, then on the back of here you've got these yellow ports, and most routers, depending on make or manufacturer, will have roughly about 4 ports, and they're normally coloured about the same, yellow. So you'll plug the Ethernet cable into here, and that one into the master socket. So make sure they're actually next door to each other. And that's all the configuration you need to do on this box. Then what you do is then plug this in the room you want to plug into, and then very simply there's a little link switch on the it's on it. On the master one, it's on the front. It's called a pair button, and on the secondary one, there's also just the bottom there is one called pair. It's actually marked as pair. So what you need to do is press that one for a couple of seconds, and it activates the pairing. Run upstairs, or if you've got a spare socket in the same room where your router is, just plug that in there, so you don't have to keep running backwards and forwards, and hit the pair button there. Then your pair lights should then basically sync up and go solid green. That's then paired up. So once you've done that, give it about 30 seconds more, unplug this one, take it upstairs into the room you want to plug into, and away you go. On the secondary, these secondaries, they have a Wi-Fi, and you can also use the Ethernet ports on the back. There's 2 on this one, and Wi-Fi. You can use all. So if you've got a PC or you've got a PS4 or an Xbox, you just plug one in either or basically. And if you've got a mobile device, you can use Wi-Fi. Now you can buy these extras, okay? So you can buy these as a Wi-Fi version, as singly as extras, and then the pairing is the same. You get the secondary, unbox it, put in the plug socket next to where your router is, hit the pair button on that, wait for the green lights to come up, and then they're in pair. It shouldn't knock the other one out, it should stay paired all together. Then you can then put that in another room, have the same extended Wi-Fi, and then access to the ports as well. Now, with a Wi-Fi, these will create different Wi-Fi networks. So every time you buy one of these, it'll be a different Wi-Fi network itself. But you can run on the software, and there's a YouTube channel video I did, tells you how to make these as one network. As long as you copy the same SSID and key code as your original BT router onto these boxes here, so they're all exactly the same, then they will see it as one large network. Because the way Wi-Fi works is if you've got multiple profiles on your mobile device or your tablet, it will switch between each one as it roams around the house. Now, rather than having different Wi-Fi keys to remember all the time, especially if you have to wipe your phone or your tablet or your Apple device, whatever it is, you have to keep putting all these keys back in, creating all those profiles. So it's simpler to have the same SSID across all your devices in your house and the same key code as well. So you're going to enter it once. When you move around the house, and the way the Wi-Fi works, it works with all devices and tablets, it always looks for the strongest signal closest to for it to lock onto. So as you're walking up the stairs and the signal downstairs is getting weaker, it'll start noticing the upstairs one being stronger, and bang, it'll swap over the profile straight away. Without, to you, it's seamless. You'll just be walking one room to another, and you're always getting a decent signal. And that's how Wi-Fi works. It always connects to one port only at a time. So it's always the nearest and the strongest signal. So that's answer that question. This is always the master, so you can't use this anywhere in the house unless it's connecting to the router. It's designed with the software on here to talk to the router seamlessly, then be able to pass the internet over the electric to these master sockets. So you have to have a master socket anywhere in the house, but only one of these can exist on the network. Now, with if you've got multiple rooms and you're again on a different ring main, so if you've got say you've got 3 floors in the house, you've got a very big house, 3 floors in the house, and each one's on a different ring main circuit. Basically, these won't see each other, only on the same circuit itself. But there's a way around it. What you need to do, say your router's downstairs on the very first floor, and you haven't got enough ports on the back of here, say you're using it for something else, or if you've got enough ports on the back here, so you've got one going for your first one for the first floor, because you need to buy 3 of these kits, all right? And then how many you want these in the rooms as well. So let's keep it simple. So we have 3 of these kits. First one's already installed on your ground floor, okay? So it's the first master socket. So that takes up your first port on your router itself here. Now your second set, you'll take up to the next floor. You would have to hardwire this cable from the house up to the next floor, and you only need to install 1 cable, so you would run that through the wall, outside, and then through the wall at the top, bringing the cable in, and you can then use a proper, what we call proper patching ports you can buy. I can give you all the details below what you need to get to that. So it creates a nice proper phone type socket. But then you'll take a cable from that socket, you'll plug this into your ring, into the power socket, and you'll plug the cable into there. So in theory, it's running a physical cable from this master one back down to your router. Okay, and you do that for each of the floors. So you have 1 of these on each floor, coming back to the router. Then each floor that's on its own ring main will then be able to use the internet and have these using in any room. Again, stick them all on the, sorry about that. Oh, people do interrupt. Oh. Get rid of that. Cool. Sorry about that. How annoying. Go away. Right. Then you'll put these on each floor. Make sure the Wi-Fi is exactly the same as your main router downstairs, so they're all one network. So when you go between the floors, again, it'll just connect to each boxes again to whatever signal is the strongest. That's how I would wire it, to make sure each floor is on a different ring main, has an Ethernet cable running down to the main router. Okay, so if you've got you will have to make drill holes in the wall to get the cables through. That's any sort of physical way, or you can run the cables inside, but that means depending on the route it's going to take, run through the doors, up through the stairs. It can be, or if you can get through the ceilings with the holes as well. Or maybe you have got existing trunking somewhere that runs the aerial cables. I don't know. You have to. Every house will be slightly different, but the way I would do it on a house install is if it falls on a different ring main, then I'll run 3 cables from the router downstairs through the wall outside, chunk it all up the side of the wall, taking one in each floor, and then fitting what we call an RJ45 socket. So it looks like a phone socket on the wall. So it's a nice little back box. Cable comes in, connects into that, and it looks like a phone socket, but obviously it's a little bit bigger because it's an RJ45. The phone's normally an RJ11. So you'll plug into that one. Make sure the upstairs, when you bring the cable into the house, it's brought round to where the actual socket is. So if you've got, so I'll check the cabling, how you're going to take up the wall to where you bring it into. Bring it into sort of somewhere close. Doesn't matter if your socket upstairs is a bit further away from the main wall you're bringing it into, because you can always bring it in, drop the cable around, and actually take it around the skirting to where the socket is. So then you have that plugged in straight, and then the connection plugged in. So I hope that makes sense. I was trying to look for some illustrations of how you can do this. That's the only way you can do it if you've got different floors and different ring mains. There's no other way of crossing over the ring main unless you recable the building, which is not impossible, is it? Well, it's impossible because you don't. It's too much work, too much expense. But that's how I myself personally get around that. And the only reason I say that is I've done a lot of network cabling for like the last 5 or 6 years. So those are the sort of cheapest and easy way of getting around this. Unfortunately, there's no sort of Wi-Fi boxes that allows you to run over multiple ring mains. But hopefully that's answered your questions. If there's any other questions you've got, remember to comment below this video, and if there's enough on the questions, then I can do another video like this to explain a bit more detail on that. So hopefully this guy, Joe, I'm not sure if you're actually watching. Please comment to let me know if you're actually there. But if not, you can watch this back on a playback anyway. So, okay, thanks guys for watching and participating. I know it's a very short video. I know it's short notice as well, but we'll schedule maybe an FAQ maybe next week, and I'll pre-date it. So if anybody else is watching my channel and wants to jump in as well, then I'll schedule it for a date in a week and give everybody's notice. So there you go. That's BT Hub, wireless link boxes, and that's how you connect them up, nice and simple. And they're fantastic, cheap boxes. But you can buy these separately. So you can, I think you can buy that separately, and I know you can buy these separately, or you can buy these in packs of 2 as well. You can also buy these without the Wi-Fi bit, so it can be just the RJ45 Ethernet cable itself. But you can also buy them with 2 and Wi-Fi. So lots of different flavors, and it's very easy to pair up. Try and stick to the same brand, because brand boxes don't talk to each other. They only talk to their own brands. So make sure if you do buy an additional these TP-Links, make sure they are TP-Links. Otherwise you'll have a problem with them not connecting right. So make sure you've got the brand and the model numbers the same as well. If you're not sure, check on the TP-Link website, because they will tell you what works with each stuff as well. Excuse me. But if you do have questions and you're not sure where to look for them on the TP website, because some branded websites can be very hard to find stuff, then again, comment below and I'll find out all the details for you as well. I don't mind doing that. So yeah, so thanks for watching guys, and thanks for subscribing. So if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and like button as well, and all details for what I taught today will be below. Any questions you got, comment. So thanks so much guys for watching. Cheers.